In this lesson, we have Chapter 6, Lesson 1, Translations. Let's go to page 99, the next page on the right. Our new essential question: how can we best show or describe the change in position of a figure? So first off, let's discuss what a transformation is. This whole entire chapter, we're going to look at transformations. It's just a change to an original figure. Well, how do we know which is the original figure? The original figure is called the pre-image, and the new figure after the change is called an image. The way that you can define that in a picture is that the vertex can be labeled with the letter, and the image is going to have that letter with the prime mark next to it. We'll look at some examples coming up. A translation, though, for today, our focus for today, is that it slides a figure. It's not going to turn or rotate, and it's not going to flip or reflect. So when we work through this, we are going to be working with ordered pairs. As a reminder, ordered pairs are x, y in parentheses. So when we move to the left or right, remember this is the x-axis. When you go to the left, you're going to subtract from the x, and if you go to the right, you add to the x. Just like a number line, if you go to the left, you subtract, and if you go to the right, you add, just like a number line. If you were going to move down or up, this is the y-axis. If you go down, you're going to subtract from the y, and if you move up, you add to the y. And this is like a ladder or an elevator. If you go down, you subtract. If you go up, you add. So here is an example. I have a triangle ABC, and these are my three vertices. We're going to translate or slide this triangle 3 units right and down 5 units. So if we can label this in a table, the pre-image vertex, vertex A, is 2, 0. The way that we note the translation notation is to take the x and add 3, and take the y and subtract 5. Remember, because if you go to the right, you add 3 onto the x. Right is to add onto the x. And if you go down, you're taking the y value and subtracting. So what is our image vertex? Our pre-image was A. Our image is going to be A prime. So this is when we were speaking of the notes above. How can you note which one is the pre-image? This is the original one. The image is the new figure after the change with the prime mark. So you just take your x value, add 3, and we get 5. The y value, minus 5, and we get negative 5. Let's continue on. We were already given the pre-image vertex B. And if the whole triangle is being translated or slid over 3 to the right and 5 down, the translation notation is not going to change. The whole entire triangle is moving like that. The image vertex is going to be B prime because remember, you use the prime mark to note that is the new figure after the change. So I take my x value and I add 3, my y value, subtract 5, and my image vertex is 3, negative 1. Because 0 plus 3 is 3, 4 minus 5 is negative 1. And last vertex on a triangle, we've already noticed, is C, negative 1, negative 3. The translation notation we've already discussed would be x plus 3, y minus 5, in parentheses, just like your ordered pair. The image vertex, don't forget the prime mark for the image. And following directions, the x value plus 3 is 2, negative 3 minus 5 is negative 8. And here is my new set of vertices for my image. And I know they're my image again because of the prime mark. So in the assignment, it's going to be the same as this. You're going to be given some vertices and told how to translate. You take whatever your directions are and you put it like an ordered pair for translation notation. Follow your directions and you can get your new image vertices.